So what is up, everybody? It is your boy, Robbie Dagger, coming back again, you know what I'm saying? Welcome back to another episode of Mobius, Final Fantasy, the best mobile game ever, with your boy, Robbie Dagger. It's so good to have you here. It's so good of you to join me. I appreciate you. Before I forget, please hit that follow button. You're probably going to do it eventually anyway, and, you know, it means a lot to me. It makes a big difference. Show some more, a little Mobius streamer some freaking love. I appreciate y'all, everything you guys do for me. So here's what I'm trying to do for you guys today. In this one, I really just want to talk about the BELIAS fight, or the BELIAS, depending on how you want to say it. But the BELIAS fight, we just rolled through late last night. We did a couple of battles with the Dreamer Society. Nothing crazy, guys. Basically, nothing crazy. There are a whole lot of goodies you can get from the fight, though. So let's talk real quick about just building a couple of decks. We'll go over some decks. We'll go over why you actually do want to do this fight. Let's go over the decks first. So a couple little multiplayer decks. Let's just build one of everything if we don't have it built. Your healers. We'll start with the support roles, guys. You guys are probably going to want your devoutes. Other jobs do work. Really, the big thing for BELIAS is that you want to drive water. The reason why you want to drive water is because it takes off this stack of oil that BELIAS can give you when he does his attacks. The oil is going to increase damage that you take from fire attacks. So, you know, if you're not getting the stacks of oil off, either with Asuna from heals, and I can show you, like, a lot of these cards do some form of Asuna. Holy Cleansing is another form of Asuna. So you want some kind of Asuna for your support. It's not 100% necessary. I mean, if you're covering the Asuna with your support cards, it's not 100% necessary that you bring the water. But Devout's definitely the best class for this. I've done it a ton of time on Bard, though. I just prefer to Devout because it does help with the breaks for this fight. That's why I'm using my Ultimate Charger +2 Rod of Roses. You know, it's helpful to me. Of course, you know, just replace whatever cards you would need for your deck. For the non-Supreme run, of course, I would just switch this out with Garuda. Either Garuda or Regalia, like we always do. But you can bring pretty much any healer. You just want to make sure you've got 4 support cards in your deck so that you can take off the Holy Cleansing, all healers. So, as far as attackers go, the best attackers for this week is basically gonna be. So keep in mind that we're fighting Ultima Sicarius, who has the Radiant Blessing, which gives her 99 stacks of increased break resistance. So that's always a problem to deal with unless you're carrying a Neo X Death, or you have a tank with a taunt card, a new maxed out 5-star taunt card. Those are going to be what you're going to want to see. Let's go into attackers really quick. The two best attackers right now for this fight are going to be Soldier First Class and your Cultist. The reason why is because they're going to be carrying in the Darkness to destroy Ultima and the Water to destroy BELIAS. This is the deck I'm kind of going with. You know, the Sea Brand, the original Supreme card, and then, you know, you just want to make sure you have a lot of. It's basically the same exact setup as Ultima Weapon with the Darkness as far as that's concerned. You just want to make sure you have your water cards to destroy BELIAS in this one. And as you can see, my stats aren't very high. I'm not like super OP or anything. You guys, this fight is not hard. It is not hard. Like, you're gonna be able to get through it. It's not a big deal. The biggest differences from any fight that we've done so far, the biggest difference is that BELIAS has extra HP from Ifrit, and that you're gonna have to deal with the stacks of oil. That being said, in our meta these days, we're just demolishing these guys. We're demolishing 4-star fights. We're ready for 5-star fights, basically. We just don't have them yet. So, from what I've seen, the stacks of oil aren't a huge deal. You will, if you're picking up grouping it, you're probably going to want to see a tank in your party. They're going to be the MVPs once again for, you know, this go-ahead, this round, this week. Basically, the reason why is they're going to have... Basically, you want a Paladin. You want a Paladin for sure. they're the best tanks for this fight. They've got the water orb access. They got some fire orb access, the light orb access. So you actually cover all the elements with Pally. Not to mention, if you've got the new Bismarck card, you're going to be just miles ahead. You're going to be stun locking stuff. Now keep in mind, tanks, real quick, keep in mind that if you want to see what kinds of buffs and debuffs that you can do against BELIAS, just go ahead and queue up the fight, or pretend as if you're going to queue up the fight, like this. And right up here, if you click right on their names, you can see what their immunities are. So you can see that Ultima's immune to Unguard, and BELIAS is immune to stun. So stun and sleep. We don't have sleep in the game yet, so you know that is what it is. But you're not going to be able to unguard. Oh, actually, you can't unguard or weaken on Ultima. So two buffs that we were bringing on the Ultima Weapon of Darkness fight that we're not going to be able to use as effectively on Ultima, but you know, turn around and you can do all that stuff to BELIAS. So not a huge deal. You're going to want to make sure, as you can see, my tank deck doesn't have the 5-star taunt card, which is pretty much Garbo. You're going to want it to remove that stack of Radiant Blessing that Ultima has. If you don't have it, you're just going to have a longer fight with Ultima. Not a big deal, but she can one-shot you if you're not bringing a tank and if you're not driving your hard orbs correctly. You know, other tanks might work, but Paladin's going to be the best for the week for sure. So we finally get some breakers back in our meta. Let's talk about breakers really quick. We finally get to see them again. I mean, I love the wrestler. You know, the pug. What is this job called? I don't even remember. The freaking grappler is the best breaking job we got right now. It's just beefy. It got tons of break without even trying, and you know, really good defense and HP. So it's basically the best. You can kind of set this thing up however you want. You've got access to a lot of different elements, so you know, you've got options. This is basically everything you need. The Pancreatus setup with the Water Dark Light is everything that you'll need for this fight. So you know, you're good to go. You're good to go on your wrestler. You can also use your assassin. Assassin's good for this fight. Reason-wise, because they've got access to light or fire and water. So that's actually pretty damn great. Let's see, where's Assassin? Here we go. So they're gonna have access to your fire, water. It's gonna help you break for sure. And you know, if you do bring your Assassin, just make sure. I like to make sure I have a tank if I'm running an Assassin, just because I don't like to die. You may want to pump your HP. There's tons of jobs that you could bring, tons of, like, the options are there, guys. It's not like a super scary fight like Ultima Weapon was. It's nothing to discourage you. It's a super easy fight, guys. It is a super easy fight. We were breezing through it like as soon as it launched, so definitely get up in there. Let's talk about what you get. The rewards really quick. The rewards are the best part. I'll show you the weapon. So when you destroy BELIAS one time, your first time he's going to give you that summon ticket, your first clear bonus. And then in the Mog Shop, in the multiplayer Mog Shop, right here by our friend Moggy with the Sunnies. And you won't see it on my screen because I already bought all this stuff last night. But there's a summon ticket in here that you're going to be able to buy quite easily. Like maybe 2 or 3 runs. And then there's the best thing in here is going to be the monk weapon that I'm going to show you in just a second. Right before I show you that, though, let's look really quick at the BELIAS Sicarius card. You can kind of make an educated guess as to what it's going to look like when it's all done. But it's going to have super high attack power and pretty decent break power, so not bad. It is an area fire AoE attack, so we're finally getting our AoEs for, you know, in the form of Sicarius cards, and that's always good. And then your monk variant is always going to be different. Keep that in mind. This is going to be a break focus AoE type card. So again, no damage. I don't know if that we're ever going to get damage type cards for monks. So rest in peace, all you Pugilists out there who don't have Eclipse. I'm sorry, but not yet. Your time hasn't come. Keep pumping that magic on your weapon, monks. Keep pumping that magic. You'll get there. And then let's show you that weapon really quick. So this is the weapon that we've all been waiting for to help increase slots, increase extra skills unlocks on our monks. So it's gonna come at you with some pretty decent stats. As you can see, I mean, my other weapons are pretty enhanced. So the HP is not super phenomenal, but the attack power is the break power is gonna be naturally very high, and you know, decent crit chance off rip. It's gonna give you 2 extra stars of defense. I'm gonna say this is mostly a single player weapon, just like the other versions of the star weapons that increase our skill season unlock. It's a single player weapon. The exploit weakness isn't really gonna help you in multiplayer that much. The kill and draw, it really isn't gonna help you in multiplayer that much. The extra skill unlock is not gonna help you in multiplayer basically at all. So it's a really awesome single player weapon. Finally, probably what I'm gonna be using on my single player, you know, monks from now on, just to help me get some extra skills unlocked. But for MP, I'll stick to the guys, Urgies. So really not a hard you know, round, you guys. Not a hard week. Definitely get through it. Hit us up on the Dreamer Society. We got lots of people running them. As soon as the battle launched, the Dreamer Society was popping. People were just launching battles left and right. So that's what I like to see, you guys. People having fun. People doing some battles. Always good to have you. Always good to have you. Thank you for coming by. As always, if you want to leave any comments, if you have something to add, hit me up. Hit me up down there in the comments. As usual, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe if you want to, you know, keep up to date, hang out a little bit more. Jump in the Discord if you want to hang out, do some battles with me. And then as always, catch me on twitch.tv/RobbieDag. I'll be there. I'll be there streaming. So, can't wait to see you. And you know, good luck to you. See you soon.